So this song's called King Without a Throne. All right.
Ooh.
Ever since the day I came around, ever since the night you left town, I was a lonely dude. But when it comes to you, I'm a king without a throne. I'm a leper all alone.
Knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick. Knock him out the box. Let's do it. Benito. Hey. Perfect, man. Have a seat right there. No expectations. Dude, you are the only person today since what, 10:30? 11?
That's
11
done this?
that sat down. We had some people talk to us, but they were a little shy. We're gonna take the Ben really wants to interview. Well, I on the podcast, it's all about telling people's story. I have a lot of artists and people like that come, but really but Ben wants to interview homeless people, which is one of the reasons we came to the park. Not that it's only open to that. So next time we're gonna hit like a North Hollywood park and try it. But
Yeah.
it's all about stories, right? So, what's your name?
David.
David. Cool. So what's your story, David?
Are we taping now?
Yeah, we're on. If you don't mind,
Sure.
the mics are live. You can grab
What's
it
my
if you want to
story?
hold it, or you can, just lean in a little. But
I've got several stories.
well, it's there's no rules, right? So it's whichever one you feel you want to talk about.
all right. Well,
No judgment.
I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I'm 42 years old. I lived in Richmond until I was 21, and then I moved to Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a musician, so I've been playing guitar since I was 9, writing songs since I was 11. Put out a bunch of different albums just under my name, David Brookings. I was a tour guide in Memphis at Sun Studio,
Yeah.
where Elvis and Johnny Cash and a lot of those 50s musicians started.
You got that Elvis snarl going. A little
Do
bit.
I? I worked at Sun for almost 7 years, showing people around, and you never knew who was going to come in there. So I showed around Tom Petty and George Carlin and Bill Murray and tour groups from all over. And I gave a tour one day to Steve Jobs when he was in Memphis for a liver transplant.
Wow.
And this was in 2009. And I gave him one of my CDs, which I'd recorded at Sun. And I got an email a few weeks later asking if I wanted to work for iTunes. So they moved my wife, and I have 2 daughters now, wife and only daughter at the time, from Memphis to San Jose to work for iTunes. So I'm still with Apple. And then they relocated us from San Jose to LA in fall 2019. And so I play music all over LA, and trying to anyway since the pandemic, but starting to play out more as the world is opening back up, and still work for Apple today.
Interesting. So what kind of music?
Sort of like a modern day Beatles type thing,
Oh,
but I do a lot of covers too, but my own stuff is very kind of 60s, 70s influence.
beautiful. All
Play
right.
guitar and write songs.
So you're a songwriter, guitar player, and singer.
Mm-hmm.
Band? No band?
A little of both. Right now, no band, but the band is called David Brookings and the Average Lookings, and the
Love
solo
that.
thing is just David Brookings.
And the average lookings.
Yeah.
I like that. That's your way of saying you look good, though, right?
Well, it seems like that, but
It seems like
really,
that.
really,
Just
the name
kidding.
just rhymes, and I thought it had
Yeah.
like a cool ring to it.
I like that, man.
I always used
Very-
to say they're no more average looking than I am. I just kind of like the name.
Yeah.
So I have 2
Look,
daughters, and
Yeah. You're a good looking, average looking
I
guy.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Little Chris Isaacs a little bit, I
Oh,
see.
that's a-
Yeah. The nose, like I honestly, wow, it's so crazy, man. Like, no offense, right? But don't judge a book by its cover. Like, you're just hanging with your family, you're like a just a normal looking dad,
Normal guy,
average
yeah.
looking, a good looking, average looking dad. And then it's like, oh, I'm a musician. It's just so fucking crazy how you never know what somebody's got behind that
Yeah,
look,
I kind of
because
like the idea of your podcast, because you should be able to get some pretty cool. I mean, stories like this.
Man.
If people would be open to talk like
Right.
this, I don't have anything to hide. I
It's
like
scary.
podcasts. Let's talk. So
It's scary, man. It's not
scary
that,
to people. Yeah.
it's so scary. I understand it. It's like stand-up comedy. What if I get exposed? People don't believe in themselves. It's not that they don't have something. We had the most amazing stories but none of them wanted to be on. Like a guy whose grandson got in a car accident at 8 years old and he's 15 now, still rehabilitated. He was like an amazing athlete.
Wow.
I'm like, good, come on the show. He's like, I don't have anything to talk about. I'm like, you just told me the story.
Well, when you first came over, I didn't know what you were talking about. But
Good.
To say what the podcast is and what it's about and stuff I don't see any harm in talking. So
Exactly,
I hope you guys
man.
get some cool, stories from people around
Yeah.
here. But
Appreciate that, man.
That's my
We'll
story.
follow each other.
yeah.
Can you sing a little for us?
Sure, what do you want to hear?
I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you what to sing. You're an artist, man. Whatever you
sing?
think in this situation, this could be your big break. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the big break, so maybe this is it.
I mean,
Uh,
you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say something before you
Let's keep watching.
sing, and then Ben's got a couple questions.
Sure.
But I'm gonna say something before you sing because it's really been this like big shift in my life over the last couple weeks.
okay.
Right? It's like so leaning into authenticity. Like I always struggle. I'm not naturally. I don't like posting on social media.
You
It's
married?
been
I am married.
Cool.
Yeah, to Shelby. She's right over there.
we'll meet her after.
Yeah.
But you're saying you're leaning into authenticity?
Yeah. And so like, it's kind of like I had a couple of big breaks happen this week because my random posts on Instagram of me and my kids, which are totally like I shouldn't post that. Screw it. Because of that, they're like, I've been following you for 2 years, and I know who you are, and we need somebody we can trust to help us with this documentary, whatever. It doesn't even matter what it is. The fact that paid off over being overly strategic and and it only takes one connection, one person to connect with your authenticity to say, because as you know, music is not just an art form, it's a business.
Yeah.
If you had $30 million pumped behind you, I'm sure we can make you into a big star. So it only takes one somebody to hear you, connect with you authentically on this podcast where you singing something and go, who the fuck was that? And then I'm just saying, sometimes it is that kind of a break where you put some money behind the art and all of a sudden you got gold,
Yeah.
a production company,
It's
whatever.
Pam, right?
So let's hear it, man. No pressure.
All right. So
It'd be funny if you weren't good, though. I'm not going to laugh.
If I'm not good,
If you're
just
like an
laugh.
American Idol contestant,
Wouldn't that be something?
right? It's like my mom said I was good, though.
So there's a lot of that for sure. All right, so this is an original, but I have no guitar, keep in mind.
Yeah.
So this song's called King Without a Throne. All right.
Ooh.
Ever since the day I came around, ever since the night you left town, I was a lonely dude. But when it comes to you, I'm a king without a throne. I'm a leper all alone. I'm a war with no attack. I'm a train without a track. I'm a fire with no flame. On a beach out in the rain. I'm a lover all alone. I'm a heart without a home.
I love you.
Wow, bro.
So that's one of
Tom
my
Petty for sure
I love
influence.
Tom Petty. He's one of my
Definitely
favorites.
Tom Petty influence, right? I love Tom Petty. I know you love Tom
He's
Petty.
one of my favorites. Are these? So you guys these are your kids?
No, well,
Yeah.
adopted sort of.
Okay.
This is my oldest, Ben.
He's,
I got 4 boys.
24.
He's 24. Yeah,
My
Very
son.
good.
but he could be my son. I'm 47.
Yeah.
So I mean, but yeah, we met like 8 months ago. Became really good friends, and he's a talented photographer and cinematographer and DP, and we just started working on this podcast together, and then
How long has this podcast been out?
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah,
Where,
12
where is
episodes
it at?
in. Where? Yeah. But we're tiny. Like we're not putting any marketing behind it. We're not doing anything.
Spotify. Apple
Spotify.
Music?
Yeah. Spotify, Apple Music. I got a episode with Ben You know,
Oh,
where
great.
I interview Ben.
Wait, have you been?
But we're like I think we got over the kind of the tipping point of okay, we like
I
this,
want to
let's
ask
keep
you
doing it.
this.
This is our first like let's take it to the streets because Ben, like I said, wants to. You know, we want to interview and do stuff like for
What part
the
of town are you based in? Or are you just gonna go everywhere?
wherever. I mean, we're West Hills. We're local.
Yeah, we're West Hills too.
Yeah. So I mean,
Okay,
we'll
come.
next stop will be probably NoHo, just because I think it's a little
You
more.
guys should hit Lazy J Park. There's a million people
Yeah.
there all the time. So
Yeah.
that'd be a good place.
That's a good one too.
Well, what's your question, Ben? Before I go on back and see
Yeah.
what you're up to.
Oh, where are you going?
Where am I going?
Yeah.
Well, I'm hanging out with the. I've been working a lot lately, so I'm just trying to get in some good time with the girls. Trying to be a good girl dad. Trying to be a good dad, husband.
Okay.
Hopefully, if it gets hot enough, we'll jump in that pool in a little bit.
Right?
Let me ask
Next
you
month.
this.
Okay.
If you had 3 wishes, what would it be?
If I had 3 wishes.
Yeah.
That's a great question. If I had 3 wishes, I would wish that my kids were successful and happy. I would wish that I could figure out a way to do good that would help people. And I would wish to, of course, the big wishes would be like cure cancer and, no suffering and all that stuff and peace on earth. But everybody wants that and says that. So on local level, for my family to be happy, for me to do the best I can do at what I do. And third wish would be to just not to have to worry about anything. I worry about stuff because I want things to go right. So no worries. Everybody says no worries. That would be my third wish, that I actually had no worries.
What did you see last night?
What?
What did you see last night?
I slept at my house in West Hills.
Oh.
What about you?
Dad, answer it.
Where did you sleep?
You answer it.
You want me to answer it?
Yeah.
You slept in your bed.
You slept in your house last night too, just like I did.
Oh.
We're lucky, man.
Yeah.
We got somewhere to
It's good
sleep.
to have a place to stay.
Oh man.
I like talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Anything else
Oh.
before
Oh, yeah.
I take off? I'm gonna
Yeah.
definitely
get-
get a picture of your.
Absolutely,
Your
man.
place
Let's
so I
connect.
can-
Thank you
yeah.
so much. I gotta say, like, just forgetting anything else, man. Balls of steel.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You came on, right? You sang live, no guitar. We definitely
I've
put
never
this
done
out.
that. Please put it out.
Yeah.
I never do that because I feel like kind of naked without guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played hundreds of gigs since I.
Where do
started
you play,
playing.
by the way? I want to come check
Well,
it
we
out.
played in Westlake Village at Stonehouse the other night. The
Nice.
duo, I have a classic hits duo. It's called Retro Image, and we play like Petty and Eagles and Dylan and Beatles
Dude,
and Stevie
Eagles
Wonder.
is yeah.
And then I play solo different places too. The next place I'm playing solo is at a Beatles thing at Naboo Wines on July 25th. But as the world just starts opening back up, I'm kind of getting more and more bookings. But my website is davidbrookings.net, and all the records are on that site.
And
too.
Instagram too.
Instagram is just David Brookings 1.
Brookings,
and I'm on
Brookin
GS.
GS.
Yeah. I'm going to get a picture of this. So I
Yeah,
can follow
man, for
your-
sure.
What's
Awesome.
your name, man?
I'm Rick Dukhovny.
Oh, you're Rick. Okay.
Yeah. This is Ben Dukhovny.
Benito.
That's Josh
Dukhovny.
DP Price.
The podcast is just what's your story?
It's Misunderstood with Papa Rick.
Misunderstood with Papa Rick.
Yeah.
That's great.
Bro,
Thank you guys so much.
thank you so much,
Oh,
man.
you-
I
I shake. Happy Memorial Day.
You too, brother.
I
So
wanna ask you
awesome,
this.
man.
Thanks, man.
Really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me.
We're gonna wrap up
Yeah.
on that note.
David,
Yes, sir.
can I ask you questions?
Yep.
Last one, Ben. Make it good.
Okay. David. How was so you slept in your bed last night, right?
Yes.
So tell me about that.
It was
Be-
great.
it was great.
It was awesome, honestly.
Thanks, man.
I went to bed at like 12:30, and I slept till 8:30, and that's the best I could ever hope for.
Man, full
Yeah.
8 hours.
And how was the
Ben doesn't want it to be over, man. We got to wrap though. You
How
got to
was
go.
the pillow?
How was the
The pillow was good.
No.
You know, I turn it over 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night because the cool side's always a little better.
How about one last question? You could ask it. What's the best advice you can give for anybody listening out there?
Yeah.
And we'll end it on that.
Why?
And then David's walking away, man.
No.
He's not looking back. We're gonna say bye to him on the way
All
out,
right.
though.
So the best advice I've ever heard came from the Onion. The Onion headline said, "Find what you love and do it on nights and weekends every day for the rest of your life." And that's the best advice I've ever heard, because you do what makes you happy and you make time for what you love. So that's what I try to do.
Let me ask this again.
Beautiful,
What
man.
should you do with this?
He already did that
We
one.
got to rewind because I
Yeah.
said it earlier.
We're
They're
gonna
all
we're
there
gonna give you
somewhere.
the tape, man. You can watch that over and over, bro.
I got to hit.
I love that, man.
So
Thank
much.
you, man.
Take care.
See you soon. Knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick. Knock him out the box.